All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Vinland Saga, Season 2, Episode 20. It's in full swing.
Yep.
And Thorgil is gonna do something.
Thorgil.
Yeah.
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 But, oh my god. Okay, so if Canute ends up getting attacked, taken, hurt, or anything like this from Thorgil, the whole battle is going to swing in a different direction.
Yep.
Kettle is still alive. He's kind of positioned things from the back. Very
Potter
much
is
classic.
still alive.
Hopefully, yes. Einar and Thorfinn are nearby. They could still end up getting involved.
Yep.
Arnade is dying, maybe, but also we don't know where things are with her right now.
Yeah.
So everything's up in the air, and y'all, without further ado, let's get into it. Oh.
Is this
Snake?
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Killed a lot more than 13.
Holy shit.
Warm butter. Oh.
Shit.
Yep.
Yeah. Wow, that
He's
animation.
toying with him.
Can't move. Yeah.
Oh, and he actually knows his name, so they knew each other for a while.
Fuck!
Okay.
Snake!
All right.
Jesus.
Holy shit. Yes, stay behind, Kettle. Yeah, he doesn't have to worry about his debt anymore. Holy shit. It's a noise.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's what you
That's
said.
what you said. Pain.
And now Wolf's not there either. Oh shit, this could actually work. No armor, but if he gets the sneak on one of them, or he's just going straight for Canute.
Holy shit. OP right now. Yeah.
Fuck, man.
I love when you can tell, like, all right, yeah.
But also like, what?
Damn. They recognize him, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, they're
Both
okay.
men. From hell.
Holy shit. Oh, okay.
Holy shit. That is. Oh my god. It's over. Fuck!
Wolf's back. Oh shit. But what if Wolf dies here?
Ah!
And he just doesn't care.
Oh!
Holy
God!
shit. Oh.
Hold him.
Oh.
Oh my god!
Oh, and that was his right hand.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah, so he... Okay.
And he's swimming with that?
Yeah. Holy shit. And I mean, who else would... Oh, he was gonna hold off the retreat.
Uh-huh.
Holy shit.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Calling him by the full name.
Yeah, that little bit of bite to it as well.
Mm-hmm. Good
wow,
day for
so
the
we're going to have
crows.
2 stages of the battle then.
Yeah. The wide shot for when she says that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. This is goodbye for me. Oh. Those moments by the well, those little times that we would share life with each other, yeah. Oh. Oh. Oh, God, Thorfinn.
Oh!
Oh! A callback!
Yeah!
Yeah. Oh. Oh, don't make me hope!
They get a miracle.
Man, with this fucking music and everything! God. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh shit. We need this cart to carry Kettle back. Oh my
fuck.
God. Holy shit.
Shit.
Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, wow, wow. Oh, you can hear the whimper in his voice. Let it all out, man. Let it all out. Yeah. 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 I was gonna say that felt really short if that was the episode.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. Nice. Canute's words, yeah. Whoa.
Oh, so look at Defiance. He's gonna go to Canute.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they're gonna
It
go
will
back
continue.
to it again. Yep. I may be able to stop this. Wow.
Holy shit.
Wow. Not yet. Yeah, but now, yeah. Fuck, those
Holy
eyes!
Holy shit.
All right, the battle is over for now.
For now.
Thorgil failed. Canute was able to pull off 2 escapes, barely. And then Wolf sacrificed an eye in order to...
Yeah. And
Yeah.
and even after his eye is being gouged out, he's still like, nope, I'm going to keep strangling you. That's metal as fuck. And he only stopped when he used the leverage of my fingers
To
are in
pull
your
the
head
skull.
to pull you away.
Yeah.
And of course, yeah.
The pain, imaginably, was
Yes.
unimaginable.
In addition to him probably just being, a bit stronger than Wolf. But
yeah.
But okay, there we go.
God, the terror in the other 2 soldiers with Canute of, Thorgil, what are you,
Yep.
like,
Yeah.
they saw him and were like,
Oh, hey buddy, wait.
yeah.
Oh, fuck.
fuck, yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh. And
I
it's
didn't realize whose family was who, yeah.
Yep.
So, all right.
Okay.
Thorgil, you're a man among men.
Uh-huh.
This just seems to be the case with many of the characters in this story. They all, for their very different reasons, are man among men.
Yep. And when the situation turned, he's like, okay, I'm not an idiot. I'm going to get out. Awesome.
And swims away just
With-
fine. I mean,
It went through the bone.
he's going to have that cut off and,
Oh, yeah. Figure out how to Jamie Lannister it up with your left. Like, that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
But-
all right.
All right.
That's that whole situation. The battle is stopped for now. Kettle almost died. I liked the whole thing of Wolf being like, oh shit, I've been keeping my eyes on Kettle. And he just fell. I just saw him.
Oh, fuck. Yeah.
And it's wait, I didn't tell them to do that. Also, why are the Jomsvikings killing retreating men? I like that we still kind of have this. Canute feels like he can, have this battle, but not be a barbarian, if that makes sense. Like someone who's just murdering
sure.
people for the sake of it. But it's like,
And
no,
yet-
Canute, you realize like,
Yeah.
that's what war is.
Exactly. And especially in situations like this where communication would be so limited, you would absolutely have regularly, even in the best of circumstances, soldiers not quite doing what they were told, right?
Yeah.
Where
Or
it's
just blatantly ignoring. The
yeah,
orders.
exactly. So it's they're turning their backs. No, we're just gonna kill a few
'em.
extra. Yep.
Yep. All right. Well, that's the fight, and then we get this amazing setup for the Thorfinn fully transformed into the man, the leader, the
Yep.
nation builder, the
Step aside, doors.
the legend that he's going to be.
The fact that he said like that was so extra for him to be like, he's got only 100 men.
I'll be able to make it out alive.
I will be able to make it out alive. It's like, holy shit.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
I think Thorfinn is not coming there to kill.
No.
I think he's coming there to speak to Canute, but it's if they decide to try to kill me, I'll be able to get away just fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I have been...
I've sneaked through enemy lines and weaved and bobbed and all that stuff to get to the key targets when there's like full-on armies. 100 dudes. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm also a fully grown adult.
Yes.
I have now been working my butt and back off for years.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, he'll
capable of
be
this.
okay.
There's going to be a measure of Thor's that he's going to channel here that I'm so excited for, which is the stature of a peaceful man, unafraid.
Yeah.
Not intimidating by the intention of it,
Nope.
but people will see that and say, that's intimidating.
Right.
And I'm excited for that, but I'm also excited for Thorfinn's specific energy of who he is to be on display beyond that. Because Canute never met Thor's. So
Nope.
Canute doesn't have a grid for that, but he knows who Thorfinn was, but
Right.
who Thorfinn is here will be so anathema to anything that he's ever seen before.
I would not be surprised if it physically staggered Canute when he sees him like take a step back and wait.
Who is this
Thorfinn?
man?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't think he'll recognize him.
Oh no.
Until he specifically says, "Who are you?" And he's like, "I'm Thorfinn." And
Yeah.
he's like,
Yeah, he'll be like Canute, and he'll be like,
Thorfinn, Thor's son. You know, like
yeah.
yes,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I'm excited because we did have the Canute monologue bit in the background of like I think it was like episode 16, 17 or what have you when Canute goes through his transformation.
Right. The parallel was not just like thematically there. It's like no, very much telling the audience like this is
Right. But
an equivalent
Thorfinn's
situation.
Thorfinn's went over the course of years because he didn't just have the trauma of being a murderer and a killer for his childhood, basically, and most of his young adult life, but also the loss of his father being this thing that he had identified so much with being the reason for his violence, so that if he not just shifts away from a path of violence, but specifically towards a path of pacifism and peace.
Oh yeah. He reclassed from Rogan to monk. Like
he's completely a different person.
Yep.
And the strength with which he is walking in here is I'm going to go build a peaceful nation of Vinland with people like Arnade.
Yeah.
Arnade has died and passed away, but it's more that she's just gone on ahead of him to light the path towards Vinland, you know?
Or maybe that is a very nice way.
That's
to
my
put it.
spiritual way of looking at it, but yeah.
My personal way of putting it is that when Thorfinn's like, let's build a peaceful nation in Vinland, it's I'm already carrying a lot of dead.
Right.
You won't be any burden.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
I can
I'll
carry
take
you
you
too.
too. You know, yeah. Like,
Yes.
And then when Leif tries to stop him, and it's just like we've had so many visuals of hands on Thorfinn,
Yes.
right, this season. I loved that and the way it's just no.
Yeah.
It's, you are not stopping me. You cannot stop me, Leif. But I still will, talk about how I used to think so differently, and thank you for, thank you for telling me those stories.
Yeah, and we saw here that Thorfinn also knows the way to use violence now.
Right.
He stopped Einar when he couldn't withhold,
Yeah.
the massive man that he is. He struck him
And there
full
was-
on the face, and he woke him up. His eyes opened. We have seen many times that the way that the mangaka decides to have the eyes be whited out with the veins popping in be the eyes of a bloodthirsty warrior. Someone
Yeah,
that,
it's the Bjorn when he ate the mushrooms.
yeah,
like
there's so many times in the story that we've used that medium, but the idea that that's the eyes being shut is just such a cool thing here for then Thorfinn to strike someone, because he didn't ever actually like land a blow on Snake in the fight. Snake's fight was the first time that he was willing to potentially hurt someone or stop someone with violence in order to protect Arnheid. But this is that instance of where he's like, no, now I'm actually going to use this on someone that isn't really my enemy.
Yeah, and unlike in the situation with the other farmers that ruined their crop and everything,
Right.
he is not going to feel regret or conflict about this afterwards, and they showed that, right? It's he does that. He knew what he had to do. Okay, good.
It was
you're back.
measured. It was appropriate.
Right. And then even after, it's not that's done. It's and now Einar is still processing this. I will hug him. I will hold him. I will cry with him. I will tell him all the things now that he is able to listen that I wasn't able to tell him, so that he knows that this is the right decision. And
God, the idea of it being a curse that had been holding him for so long and now he's free kind of adds to the spiritual kind of aspects of Thorfinn's journey, but not just from self-actualization, but to the realization of what he can do for others. Like it's something that extends beyond him, because while he was on his identity journey and his crisis of conscience and identity and all that, he's now actualized that to a point where he can use violence here, and it aligns with his values and his beliefs here. So that's something that is
he has fully recovered, essentially.
Right. And that's something that we as viewers were struggling with is but there's going to be times where you'll have to use violence, especially if you plan to walk this path. You can go the nomad route and just abandon civilization and society, and then you might not need to harm another human being.
And that
again.
might be fine. But you
won't change anything.
Right. You will be letting all the other stuff continue as it has been, and
Right. And
that's still a perfectly fine decision.
Yeah. It's the thing that Thorfinn wants something more than that, because he wants to give meaning to all the lives that he carries with him. He wants to take them somewhere. He wants to bring not just those dead with him as some act of penance, but he wants to bring those that are downtrodden, enslaved, abused, hurt, and anything like that along with the dead as well. So it's such a grand vision that, if anything, I am so excited for him to communicate this vision to Canute, because I think it might wake Canute up as well from the slow curse of his dead father sapping away the boy that had this absolutely ridiculous idealistic vision of bringing, heaven and all that is of the beliefs that he had.
And I'll kill however many I need to in order to make it happen.
By his own means and stuff like that. And the idea that, Canute, that's a lofty goal. You can talk about that and use that as like a guiding principle, but you're going to falter because you're human.
And I fully believe...
To err is human,
Yes, and I fully believe that with how this has gone, with Canute both having a near-death experience,
True.
in that, hey, a lot of, because that's the thing that the head of his father was constantly saying. Yeah, you think you're special, but you're not.
Yeah.
That's what every king thinks,
right?
Right? Until suddenly the king is dead, right? Your head's the one on the ground.
Yeah.
And so Thorfinn then showing up here, I could fully see it being something where he's like, okay, Thorfinn, you've sold me on your vision. Come work with me. Come work for me.
And then Thorfinn's like, no.
Right, exactly.
And that's where they have that conflict.
Well, that's where you have the conflict, but that's also where you have the circling back around to the Askeladd Thor's situation, right?
Sure.
And it's you're fundamentally doing things in a way that I cannot abide.
Right.
Yeah.
I love also that we've still got the looming threat of more battle and violence depending on how this goes as well.
Yep.
Because I was thinking about the way that this fight was going, and I'm like, well, that can't go until the end of the season.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's going to resolve too quickly. But now I'm like, well, wait a minute.
Count to 100, right?
Right. but now, you could have the entire next episode just be them talking.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, yes.
And
100%.
then the follow-up on that being its own episode with still no fighting. And you could have the episode after that then be some renewed fighting or anything else like that.
Yep.
We've now set up a pace by which Thorfinn leaves here realized in who he is and what he's going to do. And that's how they end the season.
Sure. And
because he's leaving the farm.
Given that Thorfinn there's no way he would join Canute with the way that Canute's going to do things, but also Canute probably feels like he has to. There's a lot of sunk cost fallacy. I feel like that Canute brings into his way of thinking, because of his conviction, and with all right, we're here. Like I'm going to be immovable, like unstoppable force. In a lot of ways, I don't think anything that Thorfinn says will persuade him to not stop until he has this farm, has the land to, do his next.
I hear you. Yeah.
Campaign and all that stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I don't know. It's going to be an interesting conversation.
Yeah, this next episode is going to be it's going to be incredible.
Yeah, like they spent a whole season building up to it.
Oh yeah.
It's like
So let's do it. That's probably my favorite thing about this season is the way in which they've used the dramatic buildup of this mundane setting to then focus on these extraordinary like themes and stuff. So the fact that we're actually going to be getting this conversation, which I thought was almost like a wishful fantasy of like, at some point in the long future, maybe they'll speak again as fully realized men going after their visions and dreams. It's we're gonna get that right after Thorfinn has his moment here.
Do you know what it makes me think of? Is like Legend of the Galactic Heroes, where it's like these characters have never met, but they're going to someday, and it's going to be awesome, and it's it takes 30 episodes to happen, but then
obviously on a scale here where they have met as kids, but now it's as men.
They're both completely different people.
Completely different people. Yeah. So that's exciting. I will say, Omar, it's almost a really good thing that you weren't here, because you would have been killed. Yeah. The King's Guard would have run you down and probably used you as leverage to try and get Kettle to surrender.
Sure. Yeah, no, that's a good point. I was going to say, because even if all the stuff with Thorgil happened, you might not have been able to beat a hasty retreat in the same way that Thorgil could.
He literally said, I can't swim with a sword on my back.
Right. I mean, I fully believe that Omar would have just been like, all right, sword's a problem. Well, we're already retreating anyway. I'm throwing that shit away. Fuck the sword, But,
right.
But yeah, you survived. That's good. And
but where is he?
Where is he? And what I'm predicting is that he will be the one instead of Kettle and Thorgil, who will basically be the person who runs the farm for Canute. And because he will be a more sensible person, and he'll be like, okay, sure, whatever you need, sir. Just let's stop this madness.
I definitely think that while Canute has every advantage in the military sense, there is this thing in the vision of his father's head eating at Canute. And if Thorfinn comes along and basically adds another source point of stress, kind of poking at the flaws in
Canute could snap.
Canute could snap, and it could end this offensive with him.
Gotcha.
Leaving,
okay. I thought you were gonna make a point that maybe he'd do an overbalancing thing, like what Kettle did when everything felt like it was falling out of his control, and so it's I must be in fully control of something.
Yeah, I could see that as well. I think that would take an episode or two to build up to. So I feel like then the conversation would be drawn out over 2 episodes, or it would be the thing of where Canute would be like, "Okay, come with me. We're going to go over to."
Help me negotiate their surrender, and
that could be where the conversation is multi-staged, in that you start with him
doing that,
reasoning with Canute, and then it's the Canute being like, okay, you've reached me, let's go have a talk, and it spills forth into either even more violence because Kettle is Kettle, or also just there's already been so much death, and the men here have gotten the fear or the taste for this, and
if Kettle
gets even worse.
If Kettle is unconscious, right? What if Omar surrenders in his stead?
I don't really like that. I don't think it works with Thorgil being alive. I don't think it works with Kettle being alive. Kettle is not conscious, but he is definitely you saw him in the episode. He was coming back to consciousness.
Right. He wasn't in Arnheid kind of state. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Although I love the despair and the dark situation in that Kettle probably survived here because they brought the cart this close to the battlefield, and Snake wouldn't have been able to maybe get Kettle back without it. So it's oh shit, now the cart that was meant to give Arnade or freedom is now being used to bring Kettle back to the farm. Well, that's some fucked up irony.
The cart that was going to hopefully try and recover from your fucked up decision is going to be the thing that saves you. Yeah. It's a It's a cold, cruel world out there.
It's a very cold, cruel world, and I am glad in a lot of ways that this story didn't drag out Arnade's question of whether she lives or dies.
Yes,
The fact that it was decided here in this episode, there's no ifs, ands, or buts.
We can evoke the same emotions as we got with Gardar, but we don't need to go through that kind of lengthy process again because we know what that is. And
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, rest in peace, Arnade, and let's go, Thorfinn. You're awake. You're fully actualized, and you're ready. You've used violence in a way that was tempered with compassion.
Right.
You've stopped another murder. You are actively doing the thing that your father probably wished for you, but in some ways you're going beyond that. Yes. And I'm so proud of you. And I love that Leif is getting to see all of this. This is so powerful for where the story will go in the long-term future.
Right. Even if you are worried about Thorfinn's physical safety because of the whole situation, although Thorfinn did say, no, I'll be fine, the concern for Thorfinn that went beyond the physical safety that he's probably been terrified of for the past 15 years.
I mean, that as well, but also given that he saw him at the end of season 1, like it's been
and he saw him where he was then, right? So it's
when he was in
Thorfinn's
the jail
okay,
cell,
right? You don't need to worry about him anymore.
But I want them to go back to Iceland. I do too. To go back to Iceland so bad.
I want him to see his family. I want Thorfinn to see his family again, and all of that stuff. Yes.
I just love the idea of Thorfinn having that moment where he goes back, and it's like, welcome home, but it's I'm so sorry. Like, he just falls at their feet and just hugs them and holds them, and it's just like, I can't.
If we get a conversation between Thorfinn and his mom, that will be. I will cry.
Yeah, I'm already crying just thinking about it. But like, okay.
Here we are.
This show, y'all. This show. Thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out my Persona 5 Roll Let's Play on Twitch. And if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
next time.